Subtracting fractions also involves finding your lowest common denominator. So for instance, if you were subtracting 1/6 minus 1/15, you can't subtract until your 6 and 15 are the same term. Now you can look at these and you could make a list of common factors, but you may be able to tell that 6 and 15 are both going to have 30 as a common factor. To get 30 out of 6, you multiply 6 times 5, so we do the same to the numerator, and that gives us 5 over 30. To get 30 out of 15, you multiply by 2, you do the same to the numerator, which becomes 2. So 5/30 minus 2/30, our denominator stays the same. 5 minus 2 is 3. And at this point, we can reduce by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 3, and that gives us the answer of 1/10. There may also be times when you are adding or subtracting fractions where you will need to deal with mixed numbers. So let's say you had the problem 9 1/7 minus 2 6/7. Well, you have the same denominator, which is a good first step, but our numerators aren't going to divide easily. There are two ways you can do this. You can either turn this first number into an entirely mixed number, an entirely improper fraction. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 1 is 64, or you can simply borrow one whole number, in which case this would become 8, and then you would add 7 to your numerator, and this becomes 8. And now at this point, you can subtract very easily. 8 minus 2 is 6, 8 minus 6 is 2, and that gives you the answer of 6 2/7. But again, if you chose to turn these into improper fractions, you would still get the same answer, you just might have an extra step. So 9 times 7 is 63, plus 1 is 64. 64 over 7 minus 7 times 2 is 14, plus 6 is 20 over 7. 64 minus 20 is 44 over 7. And you can turn this back into a mixed number. 7 goes into 44 6 times. 6 times 7 is 42. 44 minus 42 is 2, and that again gives us the answer of 6 2/7.